On the right we have a good sprinkler, on the left a freaking geyser. Let's fix that. Hey guys, before we go outside, I'd like to take one of these little thing apart so that you can see the anatomy of these things and so that you know what we're dealing with. All right. These guys are just full body. All right. They are fixed as opposed to these ones that are adjustable. Okay. Well, some of these are adjustable. I'll get to that in a second. But these are normally fixed pattern. All right. The thing about these little things, they're very cheap. I mean, you can get a complete assembly here for like $6, you know. So I mean, it is what it is, right? I wanted to take one apart to kind of show you how they're made. All right, so just a little body with little rails in it. I don't know if you can see the rail, which takes these little notches and prevent it from turning. Again, like I said, these are fixed pattern type of sprinkler heads. So because of that, if they move, then the pattern would go haywire on you. Anyway, so that's what happens. So when they're all like put together, pressure from the bottom rises the whole assembly out like that. All right, and that's what you see coming out of the grass, and water's coming out of here. So when I say they're fixed pattern, is that this little thing up here, you know, is the head. You can replace these things and change the pattern of the water spraying out of these things. Usually you buy them with the head on it, but you could replace that. So if this gets broken, you could replace it. But here's the rub here. Like I said, these are $6. If some impact or anything broke this off and basically cause damage to the head, chances are you're going to cause damage. I mean, look at this. This is tough plastic, but it's just that, plastic. So if a lawnmower went through it and popped the head out, what are the risks that your threads are damaged, that the inside, this tube is cracked, or that the sprinkler head is cracked? I mean, if you're going to take the time to replace one of your sprinkler head, you know, to save a little bit of money, I think for $6, get a new head. All right, because even these are $6, and even when we talk about the big ones, those are like $12, and those are all mechanical and geared, and so these are a little bit more expensive. But again, we're not talking $100. I can't imagine how much it would cost to call your landscaper to come replace one of these, right? So you're saving a ton of money either way. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about this fixed pattern is that on the top, usually the pattern will be, not usually, it is on most brands, and I'm going to show you three brands here, three different brands, and how they kind of give you this. But this is a full pattern, and it says so. This is an Orbit type, an older one, but they kind of work the same way today. A Toro one will not have the lettering, but will have only, you know, the dotted grid there to show you where the pattern is. Other things like this other Rainbird is adjustable, right? And you have some that are very creative in their pattern, you know, so because this usually sprays around. So 180, 90 degree, 45 degree, 22, why, you can have all sorts of things. And some of them even have, you know, like square pattern where they kind of crimp inside and they're able to control the jetting. Some of them are side only. So anyway, all sorts of things. Just be careful when you take yours out that you know which pattern you're replacing it with, and you should be good to go. All right, let's go outside and replace them. Hey guys, so yeah, so this is the issue. We have a sprinkler head that got its head popped. So the head is a little portion up top there. Sometimes water gets in during the winter, they crack, all right, and they get loose. Or the more likely scenario is that I run over it with the lawnmower. Either way, let's do this. I have to dig this out and put this new one in. I'm gonna bring you closer so you can see what I'm doing. All right. All right. So let's dig that bad boy out. And as you can see, I'm keeping the grass intact, so that way I can easily put it on top, and within a matter of days we won't see that it was even an issue. There we go. And here's the head. So what I want to do is get down to the pipes underneath it. All right, here we are. All right, so this is what we're faced with here. So the way those things work normally, you see there's a little elbow down at the bottom there that connects to a half-inch line. All right, that is how it normally is built. And when I say normally, is that a sprinkler system has to cover some pretty large distance. So there's a main trunk of a line that's coming from your valve box, and that usually is in a 1-inch kind of grade, because it has to move a lot of water, you know, to feed all that. Then from there you have this little 1/2-inch that is teed up from there and hooks up to that little elbow there. Now the cool thing about that is that to remove it, all we have to do is screw it out. All right, and you see that little elbow with the thread down there. All right, and all we have to do is attach the new one. Well, it's an old one, but no matter, it does the same thing, right? Now the only thing we have to be careful about is orienting the spray in the correct direction. See, you know, like I showed you at the top there, you know, it tells you from the top here where the spray is, and we want the spray to go this way. All right, so I'm gonna just do that, put it all together, dig it back, fill it back up, and yeah, so just before we do that, so you see what I'm talking about? So the top, you know, just blew out of it, and that's why we have the geyser. All right, let me put you in a secure location here and I can start it. All right, here we go. So as you can clearly see, pattern is 180 degree, pointing towards the grass so that I can stay nice and dry here. Same with this one and these ones. This one I may have to tinker with a little bit here because I think it might just be stuck. All right. But yeah, not much more difficult than that. Again, it's assuming your system was installed by a professional and that, you know, they all have those little elbow at the bottom, which is pretty simple to figure out, right? Dig a hole and see. All right, we're going right here. So just to give you a comparison, this is the difference in size. These ones are all are motorized, all right? So the water coming in moves some parts and allows it to, you can hear in the mechanism here. If you don't, I'll do a little voiceover here to show you, but there's gears, and based on the adjustment here, it tells you when to stop and when to change direction, basically. All right, no more difficult than the other one, just like I said, a little bigger. So the hole's going to be a little deeper, obviously, because I have to go get that same well, not the same, because as you can see, it's a little bit bigger down there, and I'm gonna go just reach for that elbow. All right, a little bit muddy right now because we just started it. and I can clearly see that the water is just coming out everywhere because the seal inside is broken. All right, so I don't know if you can see it all. It's still spewing water everywhere. So this one's going to be a little dirtier than the first one. And I'm careful to not go dig down super quick if I'm not sure what I'm hitting here, because it could be that half-inch line that I'm hitting and screwing everything up here. So let's see what we have. Oh yeah, lots of roots here. Come on. I'm almost there. It's just messy because it's all falling back down. Come on. All right, same thing. And as the water's coming out, I'm just going to put it back in, so that way no sand or pebbles or whatever is going to go inside. Yeah, and there we go. Now I know, looking at it, on the top there's a little screw, white screw that adjusts the power, basically how far the water's through. So I know that the nozzle is right underneath there. So that's why I can just look at that and say, oh, all right, pattern's just fine. I may have to adjust it a little bit to cut this, but I'm at the right place. So yeah, let's bury it. All right, do this, do this. That's how easy it is. All right, guys, so what I did here, I replaced this one as well because it was giving me trouble, because it was the old style and it was difficult to adjust. All right, so what I want to show you here is the adjustments that you do with this thing. So you have this plus and minus here with the screw that will control the gearing. We'll see that in a second. This little Allen tool here, which is an old style one, controls the jet and how far it goes. So if I turn it, do you see how it compresses the water jet? All right, and that throws the water a lot less far than it should. All right, it's also going way too far, this way and this way. So I need to stop it from doing that. And that's with the other adjustment right here. So I want to do less. Okay, so you have to twist the head to start it at the right place, and then you adjust the other end of the other side of the spray pattern. All right, so you see now it stops here, but it starts there. So I need to twist it again a little bit, and that all has to do with the unidirectionality of this adjustment here. So it adjusts the end, not the beginning. So the beginning you have to make it, well, again, I say beginning because it's my situation here. Could be the other way if I was on the other side, right? So it goes at the right place. You see, kind of aligned with the grass there. This way, pretty good. I can let it go further a little bit here. Too far. All right. Sounds good. This is how you adjust the head. Yeah, so not difficult, you know. I mean, if you don't know what you have underneath there, dig the hole, get that head out, and bring it to the hardware store. Compare it, find the one you need, come back, pop it back in, you're good to go. Not a difficult project, but that can save you a lot of money. Give me a like and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.